Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillahi wa kafa wa salamun ala ibadihi alladhina istafa. My dear respected brothers, sisters, audience from all around the globe, welcome back to another episode of At Inspirational Deen Talks. Alhamdulillah, I'm very fortunate to see the feedback coming from the audience, and this is of benefit to them. A lot of people are reaching out. This is a sign of acceptance that I take from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that the message that I ask from Allah is that to use me like how He used Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam to spread His deen. And this is being done using the technology that we have today. So I'm very happy that, alhamdulillah, many people are benefiting from these talks, these inspirations that I'm, advices that I'm crying out from my soul to the rest of our ummah. Everyone, this is for us to benefit, not just me and not just you. I'm also listening because मेरे मुंह से जब निकलता है तो मेरे कान के अंदर पहले जाते हैं. When the words come out of my mouth, they go into my ears first. So it impacts me first. It's very hard for a person to talk and not make amal upon what is being said, because this is a sign of nifaq. Allah save us all. In the ayat that I'm about to read, I just want to discuss this before that in the few episodes that I've made, I've been emphasizing on wahdaniyat, the faith of Allah, on building a bond with Allah, the love of Allah, tawbah, taqwa, Ramadan, and short snippets, shorts that we have, all based around love of Allah, falling in love with Allah, waking up for tahajjud, making tawbah, making ibadat, so that we can do one thing. We can live the life of sin. We can discard sin and shed it off of us. However, there's many a people that they're stuck in a perpetual loop of sin. No matter how much good they hear, they think that the ulama are talking, these people, they just keep talking. Unfortunately, right? And they feel bad, but then they go back to sin the next day. Again, regret. And then perpetually they're stuck. It's like a bad habit, right? Because sin has temporary benefit in it. Just like smoking, you feel good. Drinking, marijuana, shooting up your arm with drugs, temporary benefit. You feel good, right? Once the drug passes, the feeling wears off, then you feel low, you feel depressed, you feel all these things in this world. With guna, this is the same effect. Temporary benefit, temporary enjoyment, temporary pleasure. After that, khuda ke paas wo guna note kiya gaya. The sin has been noted already, and now you feel regret. And then again, you do sin again. So, how do you discard this? This is why we've been talking. However, if you're stuck in a perpetual reality, listen to what I have to tell you. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم يا أيها الذين آمنوا قوا أنفسكم وأهليكم نارا وقودها الناس والحجارة عليها ملائكة غلاظ شداد لا يعصون الله ما أمرهم ويفعلون ما يؤمرون. صدق الله العلي العظيم. In this ayat that I just read, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has said to all those people that can't discard sin and stuck in perpetual sin loop, listen to what Allah is saying. Ya ayyuhallazina amanu ku anfusakum wa ahlikum naran. O you people who have belief, save yourself. Ku anfusakum. Ya ayyuhallazina amanu ku anfusakum wa ahlikum, and your family. From what? Not from him. From a fire. Ku anfusakum wa ahlikum naran. Fire. Waquduha an-nasu wal hijara. The fuel of which this fire is humans and stones. We are the fuel for the fire of Jahannam. Just like when you take barbecue and you have it cooking and you have the coal. You take the coal, it turns into nothing after. We are the firewood for Jahannam. Jahannam will keep saying to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on the day of judgment, Hal min mazid, hal min mazid. Bring more, bring more. It's not going to be full. Jahannam will never get full. It's a greedy place. It wants more and more insas, more and more humans to fall inside. So, if you can't leave perpetual sin life, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, you will be amongst the firewood of Jahannam. وَقُودُهَا النَّاسُ وَالْحِجَارَةُ. And Now once you're in there, listen carefully. Upon this Jahannam, Allah has put vicegerents. عليها ملائكة غلاظ شداد لا يعصون الله ما أمرهم ويفعلون ما يؤمرون. That these angels that Allah have put, the security, the police officers that Allah have put on the prison of Jahannam, غلاظ شداد in Arabic is to show us how strict this is. Severity of how these angels are. There's no mercy inside of them. In a hadith, in tafsir also, it's written that these angels are deaf. The angels that have been put in place of Jahannam, they're deaf. So as they beat on you, as they punish you, and as the Jahannam's punishment is destroying you, repeatedly, perpetually destroying you for the perpetual sin that you did, then they can't hear. They can't hear your cries because they would probably they would feel sorry for you. But when they can't hear you, it sounds just like noise coming out of your mouth. This is what is a reality that's awaiting us if you don't change your life of perpetual sin. Because mankind is not made to sin alone without making tawbah. You do one sin, you make tawbah. Make tawbatan nasuha. Change our life around. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. We will all make sin. In our DNA, it is made that we will make sin. However, it is also in our DNA to make tawbah. Otherwise, you will end up in the perpetual punishment. Where malaikatun ghilazun shidadun la ya'sun Allah ma amarahum wa yaf'aluna ma yu'marun. They only do what they're commanded to. They will never leave their post. They will never discard their position and take a break. They won't go on a lunch break, a 15-minute nothing. They will stand there and wail and beat on you until there's no until. Forever, perpetual, repeated punishment, permanently. Do you want to live that life in the next world? That's the question you have to ask yourself. That temporary enjoyment of guna, jo bhi guna aapne kiya, whatever those gunas are, whatever the sin that you did, you know those sins. And the 4 witnesses you made on those sins, I've spoken about this in one of my shorts. You want to find out who the 4 witnesses? Follow the shorts, the small videos that I made. Those 4 witnesses, now testament to those sins that you did, those sins are now going to bind you to a perpetual punishment in Jahannam. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala save us all. Aise azab se humko bachaye. It's time that we wake up and we learn to ask for tawbah before this happens to us. Because many of us don't know how to make tawbah. We don't know how to become emotional in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because emotion is considered as a weak thing in this day and age. Emotion is considered as a softie. You become too soft. If a person cries in front of someone, they're considered as a weakie. This person, oh, he's too softy. We're supposed to show takabbur, bahadur. There's always a time for everything. But majority of us, we're supposed to show the akhlaq of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And what is the akhlaq of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam? Ki Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, hamare Nabi hoke, as the Nabi of Allah, Sayyidul Mursaleen, sent as the Sayyid, the most auspicious leader of all the Anbiya, Sayyidul Anbiya. He, that Nabi, which was forgiven and has been forgiven in this world while he was still alive, he used to cry every night. For us, so that we don't go to this Jahannam that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is mentioning. This creation that Allah has made, a pit of fire. In the time of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he was sitting and he was giving dars. And he reflected on a noise. He heard a noise in the sky. A loud clap of thunder had hit. He got up. When he got his sword, he thought Dajjal had arrived. The Dajjal had not arrived. Jibreel al-Islam came down and said, Ya Rasulullah, take it easy. Don't worry. That sound is many eras ago. Long time ago. I took a rock and I threw it into Jahannam. Today that rock hit the bottom. When did Allah create Jahannam? Did you ever ask yourself that question? Jahannam was created before this earth was created. Jahannam was created before this earth was created. And this earth was created long after that. So first, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created Jannat and Jahannam. And then He told Jibreel alayhi salam, go and see Jannat and Jahannam, my creation, my first creation. Go and look at them and see. Give me a feedback, per se. So Jibreel alayhi salam, as he walked by Jahannam, he took a rock and he threw it into Jahannam. Then, Adam alayhi salam was not even born yet. He was not even created yet. Dunya had not been formed yet. And he threw that rock into Jahannam that time. I'm talking millions and billions of years probably passed between that time. And then Adam alayhi salam came about. Dunya came about. Dinosaur era probably passed. We don't even know. All that time, how long dunya has been around existing, Allah knows best. The exact date, amount. Then Nabuwwat of Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam came. And then Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam became an adult and he was sitting and that rock fell. Ask yourself this question: if you fall into Jahannam, where are you going to fall? Right at the core. And the angels will have no mercy on you. No kind of forgiveness inside of them to let you out. Nothing will be able to save you. Malaikatun ghilazun shidadun la ya'sun Allah ma amarahum wa yaf'aluna ma yumarun. So Allah has commanded us that Ku anfusakum wa ahlikum naran. Save yourself. Save yourself. Don't let yourself go there. Because once you're there, don't ask me for forgiveness then on the day of judgment. While you are in this world, save yourself. And your family. Your children, your wife, your spouse, your father, your mother. Tell them about Jahannam. Let them know. Come on the Sirati Mustaqim. Come on the Sirati Mustaqim, the righteous way. Do in this short life that we have what we're supposed to do. Do the ibadat of Allah on time, correctly every single day. Stay righteous. Stay on A'mal Salih. And then you will see that when you leave this world, Allah will protect you from that place where He has created, which the fire of which is, the fuel of which is humans and stones. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect me and you and all of us from that place called Jahannam, which the creation has been made that the smoke alone will burn the flesh off of mankind. Forget the fire. Forget the fire. That will annihilate us. The smoke alone of Jahannam will terminate it will burn the flesh right off of mankind. That is a perpetual punishment for those people who are headed there. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect me and you and all of us and give us the tawfiq, the ability to change our lives while we are still alive and have ruh, the breathing, that sans inside of our body, that we can become righteous, that at the time of death we die with the kalima La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah, and save ourselves according to the ahkam of Allah, according to the command of Allah, from that Jahannam upon which those angels are waiting to punish us. Jazakallahu khair wa akhiru da'wana alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it easy for us to practice upon what is being said and give us the tawfiq to make sure that we change our lives while we still have a chance. Jazakallah. Assalamu alaikum.